continuing our McFarlane Toys look at the Batman Returns theatrical series line, we have the Penguin Commandos. Now, the Penguin Commandos were a McFarlane Toys online exclusive. They sold out pretty much instantly and are commanding quite a premium on the secondary market. Unclear when that exclusivity is going to fall off. But it might at some point. I'm not really clear if this is going to be a wide release, if we'll see this pop up at like Best Buy and elsewhere, but I have seen exclusivities fall off in the past and then they become wide release. So patience may pay off, but I'm unclear on that. But this is pretty cool. You get 3 of these guys. They have their little commando gear in here, and there's a bonus coat for Penguin. When we did the Penguin review, I told you guys that there would be a bonus in this little box because he gets his coat, so he could have one of his 3 looks in the film, or I guess technically 4 looks if you count the no coat look. So like we said last time, he has that mayoral candidate penguin look, that gray coat. He has this brown coat here that has the brown sort of faux fur around the collar, and then he has a coat with a more ornate design around the collar that he wore at the beginning of the film when he came out of the sewer for the first time, when he met Shrek for the first time. So there are those 3 coats and then his underlying pajamas that we got with the duck penguin. So why don't we open this up and check out this set. And here we have our Commando penguins. They come with their little card, just like all the other ones, with the Commando penguins, unique to that. They have one stand. They need to share it. There's only one stand with the figure here. Now we have 3 different sizes. We got a tiny guy wearing a helmet here. His little flippers articulate, I believe, or not very much. I guess they don't. I thought they did at least a little bit, but they don't seem to be moving for me. The feet turn a little bit in and out. The head doesn't move at all. He's wearing a helmet. There's no flip around visor or anything. The little targeting nodule that you see in the movie. The rocket kind of only fits this guy. There's 3 different size rockets in there. So you have this one here. You have the slightly bigger one. Again, his arms don't seem to articulate. They're frozen in place. Slightly bigger rocket on this. No headgear on this one. He's wearing the little steel plating with the rivets. The feet don't seem to move on him at all. So no articulation. And then we have the big guy here. So the big guy does have articulating flippers. Little mini rockets on these little fins here, or flippers. And then he has the helmet a little bit more geared up, a little radar on there. Again, no, it doesn't move or anything. His feet don't seem to articulate, and he has a much bigger rocket with this little pipeline leading to the rocket here. So you have your 3 different sizes of your penguins. So you can stack them up here, display them however you wanted. Obviously, if you might want a troop build, you'd have to buy a lot of these packs, which is very difficult to get your hands on. Kind of disappointing that there's really no articulation in these other guys here. They're just kind of static figures. And this one just has minor articulation. That's it, really. That's really interesting because it says on the box, I think it said something like, or maybe I got that wrong. Okay, there's no articulation promised on the box. So I guess they're living up to their promise in that respect. The only other thing we get in the package, and I'll show you here, is this little jacket. And it comes with a cardboard penguin. So basically it shows you how to put it on him. I think you can figure out how to put a jacket on Penguin. So we'll take the Penguin we have from the duck figure, and we're going to put this jacket on him and take him up a notch. So now we have like midway through the film Penguin before he became mayoral candidate. I want to say this is like Penguin walking around in the cemetery, Penguin going through the Gotham records department. That Penguin, he was wearing this coat. I got his hand stuck a little bit in here because of that flipper. So here we go. Let's turn him around so you can see. I'm trying to make it as nice as possible for our little reveal here and get his hand all the way through. There we go. So this is the coat. Not bad. It looks pretty good on him. I could probably move it up a little bit more because of that, the way the hair sits on his head. This coat should probably be sitting up a little bit higher on him here. But yeah, it's kind of a nice cut little coat for a figure here. I mean, for this quality figure, it's not bad. I mean, you get this little partition on the back here. So you could really get that look in there of Penguin. So I think he looks pretty good with the jacket. It's nice to have him there. With another coat, so now we have 2 jackets, 2 penguins, and this one you have the option of taking off and having that penguin underneath, which I think was the creepier penguin. So this is what you get in this package. It's nice that they threw this in there and give you a little bit more value. with these little guys that don't articulate. So it's nice to have that additional sort of item in there, and you get the faux fur on the jacket here. So that is essentially your look at the Commando penguins in the McFarlane Toys Batman Returns theatrical line. All right, well that wraps us for the Commando penguins. You can see you get these 3 here. You get this jacket to take your duck penguin to another level, a little accessory. Not bad, $35 for the set, just like all the other sets. However, like I said, it was a limited exclusive. It's gone right now. It's over $100 in the secondary market. Hopefully it's re-released so we could do some troop building if you want to get a bunch of these. Or I'm sorry, the exclusivity would run out, and then you get it at Best Buy, Target, wherever. So let's wait and see what happens. I don't know. I can't tell you one way or another. Now's the time to try to get in the secondary market before it gets even higher, or if there is a general release coming out with these soon. I don't know. So it's up to you whether you want to wait or not. I would think your patience would be rewarded when they do a general release, but we'll see. That's it for right now. Thursday, we are going to have the Beast Kingdom version of what they call the Penguin Legions instead of the Commando penguins. We'll have them side by side so you can see which version is better. I believe they're around the same price, that price point, $35. I'll double check. You only get 2 of those, but the detail I think is much, much nicer. But you get an additional Penguin Commando with each penguin figure you buy from the Beast Kingdom line, so you end up with 4 total if you buy both of the penguins. And the ones from Beast Kingdom are widely available, so you don't have to pay secondary market prices for them. So we'll just tune back for that. And then we still have Max Shrek to check out, which we'll do next week. We'll finish off the Batman Returns line from McFarlane Toys, at least for now. We'll see if they come out with the Circus of Crime figures and others in the future. So we'll keep you posted as we find out. As always, like, subscribe, and follow. We'll see you guys next time.